Hey friends! So today's video is going to be my February favorites because it's the end of February, and that's just what you do, right? February is a very short month. It's weird. I don't know how I feel about February just in general. I don't like having 3 less days, but here we are. We have 3 less days. But today's video, we're going to talk about some products and things that I've enjoyed and I have loved during the month of February. I have consumed a lot of media this month because I was stuck in my house for probably like 4 full days without being able to go anywhere, so... Isn't that fun? So let's just get started, shall we? I have a couple of eyeshadow palettes I wanted to talk about. The first one being the Menagerie Cosmetics Feral palette that my boyfriend got me for Christmas. I did have a bit of an almost tragedy this month. It fell out of my purse and it fell on the ground and these almost cracked out of here, but I was able to kind of repress them by like spraying some isopropyl alcohol in here and then just like pressing them down. I didn't actually have to like take them out and just like repress them. I was able to just like spray and press. So that's really nice for future reference. But these have pressed quite nicely. They haven't crumbled apart since it fell. And I really, really love the shades. I love this shade. Absolutely. I've been wearing this shade a ton. This shade is really, really nice as well. I love these two together. Let's just swatch those for you. Just like, they're so pretty. I'll do a whole look with this palette, I promise. I will. And then one that I never thought that I would invest in, and one that I have anti-hauled before, but it was at TJ Maxx for $19. I bought Subculture. I know, judge me. I know, judge me. Okay, so I went to TJ Maxx needing hair conditioner, right? And I bought this as well because it was there and I tested it out. I looked at it. I looked at the like dates that it was made, so it was a newer batch. And I've actually really, really loved these shadows. I feel kind of like an idiot for not giving it at least a bit of a chance before, but they blend really nicely. I find that they don't irritate my eyes. They've lasted pretty well on the eyes, and like there's no fallout from this. Like there's barely any. The only ones I've really gotten much fallout from is Roxy and Dawn, really, but all the other ones have been like really, really nice to use, and I'm really glad that they had it at TJ Maxx because I was like, I've wanted this for so long, but I was so against buying it because of the issues with the palette. But then as I've seen that they've kind of reformulated things and it was half the price, so I didn't feel as guilty. I just love Anastasia shadows, and I've really been liking the Subculture palette. Who am I? Who am I, Abby? I don't know. I don't know who I am anymore. Hey, laptop, shut up. Oh, you're dying. The battery's dying. I should probably plug that in. 1 second. The Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. I've actually worn this a lot this month on the days when I really didn't want to have to worry about putting on much of a face. I've put this on with a little bit of a cream blush and mascara and brow gel and I can go. And it's such an easy product to use and it doesn't irritate my skin and it's just a good color match. I use the color 01 Opal. In case anybody wonders, I have the lightest shade of this product, but it's definitely more sheer than like a full coverage foundation, so it doesn't have to be as perfect of a match, you know what I mean? But it has 30 SPF in it, and I wore this whenever I was going out when the snow was out because even though it's snowing, it's still really sunny, and you can still get sunburned when it's snowy out.
Science.
A couple of brushes that have been my faves this month. The Spectrum Cosmetics C4. This is my blush brush. It's like a nice big soft angled blush brush. If you guys want me to make an entire video talking about my favorite brushes, let me know because I have thoughts, I guess. I don't know. And then this is like one of the oldest brushes that I own, but it is so trusty. This is the Sigma Tapered Blending Brush, the E40. I don't know if it's like infamous or what. I just hear everybody talk about this brush. I don't use this on my eyes. I find that it's a bit too scratchy personally for my eyes, and it's very large. I do not have the largest socket bones, so this is a bit too large for my eyes, but it is a perfect cheek highlight brush. Ugh. It's just perfect for that area. It's a good cheek highlighting brush. If you don't like fan brushes, if you don't like bigger brushes for cheek highlights, if you like more precise placement, this is a good brush for that. Okay, a couple of glossy lip products. I went to Sephora recently because I was out of, what was I even out of? I don't even remember what I was out of, but I was in need of a new Bite Beauty lip mask because my other one, there wasn't a lot left, and then I also lost it. So I bought the Maple Agave lip mask, and oh my god, it tastes so good. It smells good. It feels good. It feels exactly like the regular lip mask, the regular Agave lip mask, but it tastes like maple syrup. So like, that's a plus. I love this stuff. I think it is better than the Laneige Sleep Mask. It's better than the Clarins Comfort Lip Oil. This might be like my favorite lip conditioner. It's definitely my favorite lip conditioner. Can I say it's my favorite lip product? I don't know, but I love it. And then one other thing that I bought, it was a bit of an impulse buy, but also I'd been wanting just like a clear lip gloss because I watched Nisa's video about lip glosses and I was like, did Nisa just get me into lip glosses? Apparently so. So I bought the Milk Makeup Kush Lip Glaze. I'm not wearing it right now. I'm wearing the Bite Beauty with another gloss. This one comes out kind of green, which is kind of weird, but it's in a, like it has a little metal applicator, so it's cooling on the lips. It's kind of minty. It smells like kind of herbal, like minty and herbal, but like, I mean, there is herbs in it. I like this a lot. It's not super sticky and it's not too tingly. It's just a nice everyday glossy balm. Gloss? It's a gloss. Balmy gloss. I just really like tube products too, so favorite packaging. I think for lip products in general, tubes I far prefer over like doe foot applicators on a wand. Tubes, man. Who else is on team lip gloss in a tube? It can't just be me, right? A couple of skincare things. The first being, probably a lovely noise. This is the, oh god, it looks like an absolute nightmare. This is the Sleepy Face Solid Cleanser from Lush. I need to put it back in the bag because it will melt in between my fingers. It's a solid cleansing balm, and oh my god, I've used this a handful of times. It is not necessarily the easiest thing to use as far as like getting it off of my face and like melting it in, but I can tell you that like after I used this, my skin looked so clear and glowy, and like the redness was begone. I was like, why do I look paler than usual? Oh, because I don't have any redness in my skin. It's got like lavender, it's got rose, it's got cocoa butter. It's basically like they took the King of Skin and made it a facial cleanser. And I'm not mad about it. It normally comes with a little like face on it. It very quickly melts away, and then you just have like nightmare fuel. They're really cost effective, they're tiny, they're really good for travel, and it made my skin so soft. Holy shit, it's so soft. And then one other thing that is actually cannabis themed, I am going to be making an entire video talking about like cannabis oil in skincare and makeup and stuff. For right now, I have the Ultra Repair Cannabis and Oat Dry Oil from First Aid Beauty, and this was actually gifted to me from First Aid Beauty via Octoly, so thank you, thanks. And I was super interested to try this because I've been wanting to kind of test out and try more products with cannabis in it, to talk about it more broadly and to talk about it in the context of makeup, just to talk about like the kind of inequities in the way that cannabis is portrayed. But it is a dry oil that's for your face or your like the rest of your skin. I've actually really been liking putting this on my hands because it's a dry oil, so it's nice and nourishing, but it doesn't feel sticky, and I actually do like putting it on my face so far. I haven't had any irritation from it, and it's been really nice and light to like mix in with my Celestial at nighttime, just to add that extra just level of nourishment and calming, because it does have that oat in there as well, and oat is lovely for calming irritated skin. Stay tuned for that full video that I will be talking about it at length. It just takes quite a bit of research for me to kind of dig into it. I do particularly like this as like a hand oil, especially when I go to bed. I like the scent of it, but if you don't like the scent of like herbaceousness, you might not like the scent of this, but I quite enjoy it. So thank you, Octoly. Thanks, First Aid Beauty. I like this product so far. Yeah. One other thing that I got at TJ Maxx that I've actually really liked, and I was surprised I liked, is this deodorant from A La Maison, which is lavender and aloe, no aluminum, no preservatives, and it's like more of a gel kind of consistency. This is a really nice deodorant. Also, it smells fabulous. Rosemary and grapefruit and green tea and thyme. I was like, this is not just lavender. Lies. I think I bought this for like $6 at TJ Maxx. I don't know specifically where you can get it, but if you are somebody that is prone to irritated pits, this might not be a bad choice. I kind of like it. A couple of candles. Let's talk about candles. This is one from Bath & Body Works that I bought before Christmas? It might have been after Christmas. I don't remember. This was one of the 6 that I purchased when I went to the Bath & Body Works like candle sale, but it's Winter Woods, and the notes of it are cedarwood, cashmere musk, and vanilla bean. It smells like a vanilla man. No. I mean, it is like manly, but vanilla-y at the same time. So it's like the best of both worlds. It's not the strongest candle. There are other vanilla scents that are stronger and other like cedar woods that are stronger, but it's a really nice one if you don't want something that's very overpowering. Like, I've been able to keep this in my room and it's not too intense. My sister and I have just really been getting into candles and essential oils lately. Like, she is an oil burner, like not an oil burner, oil diffuser. We've been making candles. I have an oil diffuser in my room. We're ridiculous. And actually, another candle that is so fucking gorgeous. Oh my god. And based on how much it costs, it should be. Like, this is just a nice piece in and of itself. This is from Nest Fragrances, and Nest actually gifted me this as well via Octoly, and I have been obsessed with this. I've been like trying to not burn it as much because of how lovely it is. This is a grapefruit scent. It has gotten me into the Nest fragrances. I wanted to try something from Nest to kind of see how their scents are, kind of dip my toes into their scents, because I've been really interested in their perfumes, and it's a really nice bright grapefruit scent. Grapefruit is a hard one to actually get really good because sometimes it runs really bitter and sometimes just ends up smelling like orange. This one's really nice. Like, it smells like grapefruit juice. So while I say I would never personally spend $60 on a candle, the actual jar itself is gorgeous. It's a huge amount of product, and the scent throw of this is like crazy. Like, I can put this in the middle of my living room and the entirety of my apartment just like is filled with grapefruit scent. Yeah, and I'll easily be able to use this as like a planter afterwards. That's kind of what I've been doing with all of my candle holders, though, to be fair. So thank you, Octoly. Thank you, Nest. Okay, now let's talk about non-product favorites. Pretty much what Libby and I have been watching during the entire month of February has been Love Island. We finished all of season 1, and it was an emotional, wild ride. We've started season 2. I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's kind of boring. I've watched like 1 episode from season 3 because Matthew wanted to watch the first episode of season 3. I don't quite know. Season 1 was the weirdest, wildest ride of a television show. It was like Big Brother and Jersey Shore and The Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise, not The Bachelor, but it was all of that and more, and it was just such a guilty pleasure, and I absolutely loved it. Oh, Hulu really killing it with that one. Also on Hulu, we started watching the show Penis, but it's like spelled Pen 15. It's so weirdly accurate how much that show relates to my like preteen years. It's like, Mom, get off the phone, I'm on the internet, or get off the internet, I'm on the phone. It's so spot on as far as nostalgia goes. Like, almost every single episode I've watched, and I've just been like transported back into like me being a 13-year-old. It's hilarious. Like, it's such a funny show. If you're around my age, like late 20s, early 30s, I highly recommend watching it because it will throw you back right to 2001. What else did I want to talk about? Movies, TVs, music. Okay, music. So favorite music, I'm listening to Phoebe Bridgers a ton all of February. She's been played over and over again. I love Phoebe Bridgers. Who else have I been really listening to? I haven't been listening to a ton of people. Oh, I do want to talk about the new EP, new music from The Morning After. My buddies have a brand new EP coming out on Friday, and I was working on their episode of Band in Seattle, and the songs are so very good. You should definitely check it out. The band is called The Morning After. Not leaving leave a link quite yet, but eventually I will leave a link to where you can listen to it because it's technically not out until Friday. I will leave a link to a bunch of their music in the description below, as well as any other links to things, because their episode of Band in Seattle airs this weekend. I am very excited about it. I might try and vlog the show. Who knows? I'm gonna try. But the morning after has definitely been playing a lot because I was editing their episode of Band in Seattle, and I enjoy them. So I think that was everything I wanted to talk about in my favorites today. Thanks again to Octoly, and thanks again to Nest and to First Aid Beauty for sending me those things. It's been really, really fun trying out new stuff from Octoly. It's like really cool being like, oh, I can get PR? What? It's a cool way of just like getting a little bit at a time, so you're not creating like excess waste and you're not just like getting in an influx of like a ton of products all at once. So it's a really fun way of doing that if you're wanting to kind of branch out and maybe like try out some PR and free stuff. And who doesn't love free stuff sometimes? Especially if you want it. Like, I don't want free shit I don't want, but free shit I do want. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. I don't have anything else to talk about. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my patrons. Y'all are awesome. I got some fun videos coming up. I've got a house tour that I still have to edit, but it will be, it'll be a romp. It'll be a romp and a ride and a roller coaster of ridiculousness. Look at that alliteration. Hell yeah. That was some dope alliteration right there. I'm gonna shut up now and let y'all go, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!